Hi there. In this video I'm going to go over a little bit on how to draw a steampunk character. I'm basically going to make up one on the fly. I don't know a whole lot about steampunk. I do know that look between looks like a cross between kind of Western, possibly early 1900s, and kind of with a technological flair to it. So I'm actually going to try to make one up. I'm sorry if I, bastardize any steampunk fans out there, but sorry. I just don't know a whole lot about it, but it does look cool. So I'm sure I'll get into it a lot more. I'm going to start with a rough outline. I have a little bit of outline anyway. I'm going to do basically some with a gas mask. Maybe as a top hat of some kind, bowler hat maybe. Top hat looks kind of cool. Maybe half, nothing too high. I'm using a mechanical pencil right here. Since I'm going to be drawing some really straight lines for mechanical edges, things like that, I am going to use a pencil this time as opposed to always using a pen. Thinking back to old presidents, things like that. Anything I can kind of think of in my head right now. Alright, it's good for an upper torso, and okay, now I'm gonna actually start to draw into it. I'm not 100% what I'm gonna draw into per se yet. I'm gonna have to figure that out as I go along. As I go along, I'm gonna be drawing shapes, and then I'm gonna change them according to whether I like the look of them or not. So, alright, I'm gonna time lapse this part, and in the middle I'm gonna stop it and let you know what I'm doing. So, alright then, here I go. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second and talk to you about what I'm doing here. All these little shapes, these little gears or whatever I'm drawing into right now, this leather strap here on the top, this is completely made up. This is this is kind of a compilation of things I've drawn in the past all mashed up. I mean, the proper thing would be to create a storyline in your head for this character and think about what that character would go through, what he would need. Would he need buckles up here for a certain reason? Think about the reasons for why things go where they go. I am taking the shortcut on this particular drawing, and this isn't the advice a lot of people would admit to, but I am just making it up. If I think it looks kind of cool, I'll put it in. It might suffer storyline wise, but I'm just trying to keep intact with maybe kind of thinking of the Rocketeer, things like that. And I'm basically making up shapes. A good way to learn to just create like shapes that look mechanical but are not. You don't have to actually make it look like it functions per se. I mean, it'd be nice to make it look like it functions, I'm sorry. But you don't have to be an engineer, to make it just look cool. I would say copy as many gears, nuts, bolts, anything from just Google robotics, things like that. Learn how joints turn, how things are screwed in, and draw them. Draw them and commit little formations of it to memory, because that's kind of all I'm pulling from, really. Just commit them to memory, and then you can pull them out whenever you need to, and remix them in any drawing you want in any way you want. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to the drawing, and I'm gonna keep time lapsing. Alright, I'm continuing to draw into it. He's kind of covered up in cloth on his upper torso here. I want to add some more mechanics. I just feel like something is off, per se. I'm not totally satisfied. Alright, I'm a little bit more satisfied. I kind of like that pipe coming out of his head. Those little pipes. Kind of gives it a look. Alright, looking at it more, this hat over here, I don't like the perspective on it. I don't like the angle it's at, so I'm going to erase it and change it. That is the beauty of pencil. Alright, I like that a little bit more. I'm sure there's probably some steampunk enthusiasts out there, screaming at the screen and saying, no, 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 that's not how you do it, etc. I apologize. But, alright, let's see. Once you're done with the overall, I think I got a general idea of what it's going to look like. I go into smaller details, like little nuts and bolts that'd be holding down different areas of the mask. I just keep adding small things to make it look more complicated, but nothing that'll break up the form. There still needs to be an overall large shape, and then you can break up those small shapes within that large shape. Don't overcomplicate things that could make it too messy. Alright, it's an okay sketch. I'm not super satisfied with it, but I can leave it there, and I could pick that up later on, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's a decent sketch. Please do me a favor and request more things, and I'm gonna try to do as many sketches as I can before I go to school. I'm probably gonna do another steampunk. I'm gonna do, what's next? I want to draw a zombie Santa. I want to do all kinds of cool things. So please, 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 if you can, subscribe to my channel, and it means so much to me. It'll mean the world to me. It'll make my day. Thanks. See you next time.